Good morning. Hey, this is Cody with Secure Agent Mentor and SecureAgentMentor.com. This is another podcast episode of Six Figure Focus. How focused are you on making six figures? How serious are you about making six figures? Then today's episode is going to help you do that and set you apart from the rest of the competition. Again, this is Cody with Secure Agent Mentor. I've got a little bit of a cold today, so hopefully I don't have a lot of sniffling and coughing and hacking, and so I'm going to try to keep all that out of the microphone if I can, because I know that's something I don't want to hear. You know, if I'm on the other end like you are, sitting there listening to myself. Again, this is Six Figure Focus. I believe this is the 17th or 18th business day in a row where we bring you a different topic, a different idea, just a thought, some things that we've noticed, some things that are helping some agents succeed at a high level, some things that are even keeping some agents from succeeding at a high level. And, you know, what can you do to be the best version of you that's humanly possible? That's all we ever want to be. I mean, if you think about it, I always just want to be the best version of Cody. Now, I'll be the first to say I'm a long ways from being the best version of Cody. There's no question about that. I can tell you I am a long way from being the best version of Cody, which means I've still got to improve, which means I've still got to pay attention, I've still got to read, I've still got to learn. But one thing that, and I'll go ahead and dive into the subject today. The subject is the excuse of lack of knowledge. The excuse that you don't have enough knowledge or that you don't know enough. I feel like this is the biggest excuse amongst insurance agents, period, that absolutely plagues your ability to succeed. I feel like that is, for whatever reason, the most popular excuse among agents that I talk to, along with the thing that really hinders people from being the best version of themselves, from really being excellent, from being incredible, from being a superstar, you know, or from making sales right out of the gate. I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about my history and about myself, you know, and what I feel like separated me from the rest of the agents around me is most agents, they say, hey, I need to know everything before I can even get started. I need to know everything about what I'm going to be doing, everything about what I'm going to talk about before I can really get going. And I'm telling you what, most agents, they feel like the more product knowledge they know, the better they're going to be, and how they need product knowledge to succeed. Well, as funny as that is, I actually think, and people are going to ridicule me over this, I feel like the more you know about product knowledge, the worse you're going to be. And the reason I say that, if you think through that, is because if you've got someone that normally when you know a lot about products, then you dive really deep into product specifics, which which consumers, clients don't care. They want the basics. They want to understand what they're getting, and they want to be assured that this is the best place that they can get it, and that it'll do what they're wanting it to do. It'll perform the way they want it to perform. Well, diving into specifics and all the different riders and all the different details and how long the product's been around and just yada, 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 I'm telling you, the more you know, the bigger of a disadvantage you are to yourself and to your ability to succeed. I mean, that's really diving deep, but I'll tell you what, I'd rather someone that will not be scared and will just dive in and just go out there and get what they want and take it, rather than the individual that needs to know everything before they do anything. The need to know everything before you do anything is the most popular excuse, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Back when I was a new agent, I can promise you I knew less than the agents around me, and I had much less sales skill than the agents around me. But I did so well because I knew it was a numbers game, and I put the numbers on my side, and I just dove in. I said, you know what, I don't know a lot about this, but I guarantee you if I get in front of enough people, I will learn as I go. I'd rather learn by making sales than learn by not doing anything. If you're out there and you're saying, well, the reason I'm not succeeding is I don't know enough, that's absolute crap. You can succeed while knowing very little. You can. You just got to get in front of people. It's a numbers game. It comes back to seeing the people. That's what it always comes back to in this business. And if you're seeing the people, you have a much, much, much better chance of succeeding. Because a lack of knowledge, you end up wasting time. I know an agent right now. He's been with us for about, I'm going to say 2 months. And every time I go to him every week and say, hey, how's things going? You made a sale yet? No, I'm not ready. No, I don't know enough. No, I've got to get through all this training and learning before I can really dive in. That person will fail. If you are one of those people, if you do not change your ways and your thinking and your beliefs and your actions, you will fail. The procrastination of wanting to know everything before you do anything will keep you from succeeding. It just will. It will. Not only will it waste time, it will also waste money, and it will waste a lot of money. Because if you're not getting in front of people, you're wasting opportunities, you're putting things off, and you're losing money. You're wasting the ability to earn money, the opportunity to earn money. There are people out there that need what you offer, but if you're waiting till you know everything, you're not gonna succeed. You're not gonna make it. Now, if you let's even think through it a little deeper. If a prospect, how many of you out there think that a prospect isn't gonna buy unless they're in front of the most knowledgeable person in the world that knows the most about that subject of anyone in the world? Well, there's only one person that can know the most, and I can tell you it's never going to be me. I want to know enough to be dangerous, enough to help agents, and I want to learn as I go. Because otherwise, patience can be a form of procrastination. That's a funny phrase or quote that I've said over the last several years that I kind of think it's pretty unique. I don't know if someone's ever said it or not before, but I just kind of thought of it one day and started saying it. The people that procrastinate or think they have to know everything have a much higher chance of failure. Because one, you never actually get started because you're always thinking you have to know everything before you can ever succeed. I can tell you this, if you think you have to know everything before you can ever do anything, number one, you will never know everything, which means, number two, you will never actually get started because you don't know enough to actually get started. It's a fear of rejection. It's just a fear of not knowing enough. Knowing too much hinders you. There's a lot of industries and businesses and a lot of CEOs or popular or sales celebrities that'll say, hey, knowledge is key. Knowledge is overrated. You want enough knowledge to succeed. Don't get me wrong. You have to have enough knowledge, but not doing anything until you know everything is a crutch that you're standing on that is hindering your success. I wanted to touch on this because I can tell you this. There's more agents in this industry that gives this excuse. The other excuses they give is, hey, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough training. There's a multitude of different excuses that I get on a daily basis. But I can tell you this is the most popular one. I'm not doing anything because I don't know anything. I'm actually going to do a 4-hour telesales training this morning from 8 a.m. to noon for a lot of the local agents here in the office and some remote agents. I'm going to dive into this 4-hour telesales training, and I even sent them a text. Hey, the excuse of not not knowing anything is hindering your production is not going to be available anymore, because I want to make sure you know as much about telesales as I do. And I know enough to be extremely deadly. I know enough to be extremely good at selling over the phone. It's just I have agents that won't try to sell over the phone because they say they don't know what they're doing. I didn't know what I was doing the first time I sold over the phone, but you've got to be able to adapt. You've got to be able to just be in a situation and know that you're going to come out on top or that you're going to succeed because you're just confident. You're just going about it with a confidence, and you're serious about success, and you want to see yourself succeed. Please do not let this hinder you. Patience can be a form of procrastination. The more you know, the bigger of a disadvantage you're at. And the excuse of, hey, I don't know enough, is keeping you from succeeding. More insurance agents fail because of this excuse than anyone else. Do not let it hinder you. Again, this is Cody with Secure Agent Mentor and SecureAgentMentor.com. Thanks for listening to this episode of Six Figure Focus. Hope you have an incredible day. Go out and take action. Massive amounts of action will help you succeed. Thanks for listening. Talk to you tomorrow.